Are you considering social media marketing as a business? In this video, we'll talk about what services you can offer, what skills you need, and the kind of money you can make in social media management. Please make sure to stay till the end of this video where I'll share some great resources with you to help you grow your business. If you want to work for yourself as a social media marketer, a virtual assistant, or a freelancer, please subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified each week when we post new videos. Hi, I'm Kirsten with Six Figure Business Coaching. I hope you're really excited about starting a business managing your clients' social media. I hope you're also excited about managing your own social media. In this video, we're going to talk about some skills, we're going to talk about some things you need to know, and we'll also have some resources for you. So let's get started. When it comes to becoming a social media manager, people often say, oh, you don't really need any skills. If you like social media, you'll be great. And I just don't feel like that's true. So I'm going to talk about the 3 different things you really need to think about if you're going to become a social media manager. And the first thing is, are you good at social media? Do you enjoy being on social media platforms? Because if you do, it's going to make it a whole lot easier to learn how to use it strategically and to learn how to run your business. So let's think about this. I want to go over some dates with you guys first. LinkedIn started in 2003. Facebook started in 2004 with business pages in 2007. Twitter started in 2006, YouTube in 2005, and Instagram in 2010. So as you can see, these platforms have been around for quite a while. And I'll have to tell you, they have evolved and changed, and they will continue to evolve and change. So part of working with social media is just learning all the new tricks when the social media platforms update and make changes. And again, it can be fun and it can also be frustrating, and it's just part of the game. But if you actually really enjoy being on social media, I think that's a big key to being happy with what you do. The other thing is you don't have to be on every platform to be a great social media manager. What's important is you're good at the tools that your clients need. Remember, it's always about getting your clients results. And if you're great with Facebook and you're great with email marketing, maybe you just focus on those 2 things. Or if you're great with Instagram and Facebook, maybe you focus on those. Some social media marketers actually just focus on one part, like Facebook ads. You can really narrow down what you offer based on what you enjoy doing and what you feel most confident in getting clients' results. So a really quick example of someone trying to figure out what platforms they want to work on is we have a client who spent her whole life in retail, working for small boutiques. And that's what she wanted to specialize in. She wanted to niche down to help boutiques market their businesses better. Now, one of the things we talked about is if a boutique sells maternity clothes and things for expecting moms, they're talking to a younger demographic, most likely 40 or under. So most likely they're on Instagram. However, if she's promoting a boutique that specializes in clothing for women over 50, they're most likely on Facebook. So what you have to consider when you're thinking about who do you want to serve, who is your target market, and what do you want to really niche down into, you need to focus on what platforms those businesses are on or need to be on. So along with all of the social media platforms, you also need to consider learning how to use the tools that support those platforms. There are so many great tools that help you with posting and scheduling everything, analytics. So what you want to do is you want to technically learn how to use social media and learn how to use the tools that support it. This is fairly easy. It's just a skill set, and practice makes perfect. The second thing you need to consider is marketing, because this is social media marketing. Social media management is about helping your clients market their businesses through different social media channels. And this can be a little bit harder to learn than just the tools, because you have to learn the strategies. You have to figure out how to create great content, post that content consistently. You need to look at the analytics, and you need to talk to your clients about advertising if they want to add that component on. But the cool part is, again, you don't have to do it all. So maybe you decide to focus on just becoming a LinkedIn and Facebook strategist, and you get really, really great at that. Well, if your client wants to run ads, then you can say, hey, I don't do ads, but I have a person that does that for me. So you can often work collaboratively with another person. And we see this all of the time, because you're going to make more money when you niche down, and you're going to make your life a whole lot easier, and you're going to be way more successful for your clients if you are amazing at what you do and you know fantastic marketing strategies for your client in their industry on the platforms you have them on. The third thing to consider is running a business. If you want to start off as a social media manager, you're basically becoming a business owner. Whether you call yourself a freelancer, a virtual assistant, or a social media manager, you are starting a business. And it's very helpful for you to build out your own brand. If you're going to work with clients and help them build out their social media platforms, that's where you should start. Start with your own. Make sure that you have a clear marketing message. Make sure that you are clear on what services you offer. Make sure that you know your pricing. Don't undersell your services. So these are all things that you need to consider before you get started. And then you also have to know how you're going to get clients, right? So this is the big picture. How am I going to manage my finances? What am I going to charge? How am I going to process payment? What am I going to do to build my brand? It's really important that you have a solid brand identity. And it's because, again, it's social platforms. You need to have a brand identity across all of the platforms that you're on. Same thing with your clients. So if they see that you have a solid brand identity, on your website, in your business card, in your Facebook page, and LinkedIn and Twitter, so they're going to see that, wow, she's doing this or he's doing this. They know what they're doing. And you're going to be able to explain to your clients why it's important for them to have a very clear brand identity across all platforms as well. The other thing about putting on your business owner hat is that you're going to relate better with business owners. So when you start thinking about yourself as the CEO of your company and you start thinking about interacting with other CEOs, it's going to make you feel more confident. And remember, they only want to talk to you because they need results. And I know that sounds kind of crazy, but they don't actually care about you. And that sounds harsh. They care about whether or not you can get them results. Because running a business is challenging and you're constantly trying to keep up with things as they're changing. But you as a social media manager can come in and take that whole piece right off their plate and help them become very successful. And you're going to love doing that. You're going to feel good when you see your business blow up, and you're going to feel good when you see their businesses blowing up. It's really fantastic, but don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of pricing. This is the number one thing that we see people do is undercharge. So that's one of the things we want to work on with you is what to charge. And I'm actually going to jump into that in just a minute. But before then, will you please give me a comment below and tell me, are you excited to learn a new skill? And if so, what are you working on right now? So the question we often get is, what can I earn? And it's really hard to say because there's so many different markets and our markets are often in different places. So for example, we might be in a really great economy and everything's going well, or we could be a little bit in a dip headed towards a recession. These are all factors that affect your business. If you're in New York City, you're probably going to charge a lot more than if you're in a little town in Mississippi, right? So pricing can vary depending on your market, your niche, and what the economy is doing. These are all things you have to take into consideration. And if anyone tells you exactly what you can charge, I would question that. So unless they know your market, your exact industry and who you're focusing on, it's really hard to say, if you're working with a dentist, you should charge $1,000 a month to do their Facebook page. So if someone says, I'm working with a boutique, what should I charge? And they just throw out a number to you, they don't have enough information to give you that number. So you kind of have to look around your competition, see what they're charging, and then you have to consider the economy, you have to consider the area that you're in, and then you have to decide what you're going to charge. But please make sure you're not undercharging. So as far as how should you charge, the first thing is project work. So for example, if you're helping a boutique set up their Facebook page and their LinkedIn account, maybe you're just helping them set it up that one time. You're getting everything in there for them and you're helping them set it up. But if you're creating ongoing content from them and you're managing their marketing strategy, then that's going to be a monthly contract for you. So one of the things I love about social media management is you often have clients that pay you month after month after month. And once you get good at their marketing, and as long as their analytics and their numbers are looking good, they're going to continue to work with you. So you're not always out pounding the pavement for new clients. But sometimes one of your clients may say, hey, I want to add on Instagram. We've been doing great in all these other areas. I do think there's a little bit younger demographic for me. I'd like to add on Instagram. Again, project work would be setting up their Instagram account. You may want to go ahead and charge them a strategy fee to come up with their Instagram strategy. And then you would go on a monthly basis for creating their content and posting to Instagram for them. So as you can see, there's lots of different revenue streams there. Another one is ads. People charge to create ads. Sometimes they take a percentage of ad spend. There are really a lot of different ways to do this. But this can be a very profitable industry, and it can also be very stable. Once you get enough monthly clients, it's very easy to keep taking on project work here and there, but also keep a nice monthly income coming in. So how do you become a social media marketer or a social media manager? Well, once you learn social media platforms and a little bit more about marketing, it'll be time to go out and get your first client. Now, there are tons of platforms out there where you can find freelance work. And sometimes you have to start at the bottom and work your way up. But once you get some good reviews, you can start charging more and you'll start getting more work. So we have those sites listed in our resource guide below. You may want to consider getting out and networking for local business. A lot of times local clients pay more than clients you find online initially. Because they're local and you're meeting with them face to face, it's a lot easier to build trust in the relationship. And so they're more likely to hire you, and generally at a higher premium than if you're getting work from a site online. So how do you do that? There are lots of great organizations out there. There's BNI, there is the Chamber. There's just all kinds of great ways to get out and network for business. So like I talked about, you want to set up your business so you have things like your business card so that you can get out and start talking to people and telling them what you do. And you have to consider, just like you, most people are going to go back and check you out. So they're going to go look at your website and they're going to look at your social platforms. But once they do and they see that you're legit, it's going to be very easy to have a one-to-one with them and talk to them about how you can help them grow their business through social media. And all it takes is that first client. Once you get that first client, you feel so good, you feel so confident, you're ready to get the next client. So think about your niche and go online and check out all the businesses in your area that you think it would be great to work for. And look at what they're doing. How is their social media? Who's doing a great job? Who's not doing a great job? Because obviously that's a great opportunity for you. If you can go in and say, hey, look at what your competitor's doing on social platforms, you should really jump in and I can do that for you. I can help you get to this place where you have a better social media presence than your competition. So spend some time online, again, researching your niche, researching all of their competition, and deciding who you want to go after, who you want to meet, and how you can help them grow their business. So as you can see, social media has been around for quite a while. My business partner, Jeannie, started working in social media back in 2007. She went full-time in her marketing business, and then we started working together in 2008. What's amazing is we have seen so many changes, and it's been wonderful. I always joke that we'll never be bored because there's always something new you can learn when it comes to social media. So if you love learning new things and you're willing to take on challenges, social media marketing is a fantastic place to be. Now, not only does Jeannie offer social media marketing, her business does websites, email marketing, and content creation as well. So when you think about your business, the sky's the limit. There are so many things that you can offer and so many different combinations of what you choose to offer. So I want to share some stories with you about some of our clients and their income because I feel like this can help you get an idea of what's available to you. So we have clients, one client in particular who handles email marketing and Facebook for her clients. That's all she does, email marketing and Facebook for her clients. And she charges $1,000 a month. She does weekly emails and daily posts Monday through Friday. Now, some of you might be thinking that's not enough, and some people might be thinking that's too much. It just depends on your area. We have another client who manages several very large Instagram accounts. And so not only is she posting and doing content creation, she's also engaging with the customers and building the relationship for the owners. So they don't do any of the interacting with their customers. She deals with all of the conversations on the Instagram platform for them. Another person that we've worked with, she really niched down and she only works with chiropractors. So her market is very clear. She works with chiropractors, and that's made it easier. She handles their email marketing and whatever social media platforms they want to be on. The cool thing about social media marketing is, let's say you're handling a ton of accounts for chiropractors. And then one of the chiropractors says, hey, I heard this new platform's coming out called TikTok. Can we jump on that? It's up to you to jump in and learn that skill set. And if you think about it, it's fantastic. If she gets one of her chiropractors up on TikTok and it's working, then some of the other chiropractors will follow suit. So now she just has another service that she's offering to her monthly clients. At the end of the day, social media marketing is simply connecting with your audience, building your brand, and making sales, right? That's all we want to do, make sales and build our brand. Social media can do that, and I'm so excited that you're going to be able to help your clients do that as well. So if you're excited about starting a social media management company, in the description below, I have a list of resources for entrepreneurs. It can really help you grow your business. It'll have some tools in there that you can use for managing social media as well as managing your business. So make sure to check that out. Also, give this video a thumbs up if you like it, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell to get notified every week when we post new videos. If you plan to build a business, my advice to you is dream big.